go mad to an extent, I suppose, yeah. Oh, that's such a view. I just wish this headland went out that way, because there's a little like dip there. If that framed it, or because these two as well, I'd love them to like that V shape to be more V.
Get the house in the middle.
Yeah, kind of frame it a bit better, but there's too much of a gap. I mean, it still looks cool, but then you kind of lose. It's a cool house. Hopefully, if we go around here, we'll see more of it.
I would have hated to have to build that.
Oh, who decided to put a gap there?
Put a gap there.
I wonder if it was like smuggling or something, because it's on the beach. Yeah. Do a bar. Oh, he's actually having such a good scratch, isn't he?
Great time there.
Hi. Hope you've enjoyed that first couple of minutes so far, and don't think your nose rolling. I suppose I thought I'd just drop in here to kind of explain what like this video is about, and what the next few videos are about as well. Cause it's kind of like it's going to be a bit of like a 2 or at least a 2, if not a 3-part series of this sort of weekend trip that myself and my good friend Kieran did. He's the other person you will see in this video and hear chatting away. So the first part of this video, what this video is about, is kind of day one of our hike. We started that morning actually at 5 a.m. because Kieran really wanted to get a photo of his dad's old van in front of the Giant's Causeway. So we got up at 5 a.m, drove down and got this photo. Bap. It was pretty cool. We were wrecked. So we thought we'd drive back up to where we'd started. We'd parked at a place called Carrick Castle that night. Very cool place. Again, I'll have a photo here of what's left of it. Got breakfast and we decided to hike from Dunsferrick all the way around to the Giant's Causeway. We've both been to the Giant's Causeway many times. I'd never really been with a camera before, and I'd never really hiked along the coast. We hadn't actually planned to do this. This whole weekend was very much unplanned, unresearched, but it was a weekend that worked out really well in the end. It was kind of, everything just seemed to work nicely. And today was the kind of start of it. A gorgeous hike. The weather wasn't amazing. It was overcast and cloudy and a bit moody, but it kind of worked well. Kind of gave you a proper feel of Ireland, what I always feel like it is like. So yeah, we hiked, I think it was about 2.5 hours. 2 hours maybe, by the time we kind of took our time. I was constantly stopping to take photos and videos, and thanks to Kieran, by the way. Absolute patience of a saint on this trip, letting me point the camera at him, take photos of him, and just take time to do my photography. So really appreciate that. It turned out to be a lovely, lovely hike. You're seeing some of these places that we've seen already, just gorgeous locations. I was almost annoyed at my own photography because it was so beautiful, and yet when I look back at some of the photos, like I've shown you ones I like, but I look at the videos now and I'm like, I should be getting beautiful images from there. And for some reason, at times in this day, I just couldn't get quite the photo I liked. Like, for example, you've seen photos of the Bothy so far, and I just couldn't get the photo that I wanted. Like, these photos here are nice, and this one's good, but I just couldn't get that image I desired. I'm not sure if it was the focal length or if I needed to... I wasn't sure. Maybe it was the conditions. Or for example, you'll see further on some of the gorgeous scenery and outlooks and views, and I just couldn't get the kind of photos that I could see in my head, but they weren't translating, which is something really frustrating about kind of the first half of this day. And don't get me wrong, by the time we got to Giant's Causeway, I guess I'd warmed up a bit and it gotten a bit better. Maybe it was just the tiredness, the fact we were up at 5 a.m. because we were up, and we'd driven and we'd only gotten maybe to that park up at about midnight the night before, so we were running on a very little sleep the first sort of half the morning. So maybe it was just a bit of tiredness. But yeah, it's stunning, really lovely hike. I'd love to go back and do it again, maybe on like a sunny, misty morning with the sun rising from that direction. I think it could provide for some really beautiful light. And yeah, so this video is all about our hike to there. We then spend some time at the Giant's Causeway, which again we've both seen before, so it's nothing new, but again, first time I've ever gone down with a camera. We'd been there that morning, so a bit busier, obviously, a bit more light, but still an interesting place. We then hiked back, which there's no real footage or videos of because we were just wrecked at this stage. Had a bit of a nap, and then we continued on to a place called the Carrick Rede rope bridge. Again, another place we hadn't researched. We didn't know if we needed tickets, and so we rocked up, got in, which was great. Oh, sorry. Parked up there, and the thickest sea fog rolled in, and it was it was incredibly moody. Like, we got there and you could barely see the bridge or the island, and I did a real silly thing of just was tired, and I decided, you know, I'm only going to bring camera, my sling, have it over my shoulder, and one lens, because I was like, I just done 4 hours of hiking with my big backpack with all my gear, and 90% of the time I only used that combo. So I didn't bring a mic, didn't bring ND filters, literally just a lens, a camera, and a camera strap, which is great, which is beautiful, but like, as you'll see, I just didn't take a lot of video, which when you're trying to do this was a bit of a mistake. And because we didn't really research it, we didn't realize how many cool things were there. So again, it's something I could have spent like 2 or 3 hours just on that little island and taking more videos. Some of the photos from there are gorgeous. Had this beautiful like fisherman's hut and the bridge, but I just didn't. It was poor planning. But then again, all of this trip was poor planned, and it was still something incredibly cool. Like, it was a really cool little island, cool rope bridge, just a cool area. And of course, as soon as we left, this thick fog lifted. Like, literally 30 seconds. We got off the bridge, walked up, and we're like, it's sunny. Great. Well, that's kind of part one of today, is that, and we finish up in a place called Ballintoy, and it was such a cool beach and harbour. But the next video in this will be kind of day 2, which is starting in Ballintoy Harbour, and then we move on from there. And that's a spectacular. But yeah, we finished in Ballintoy Harbour, got there for the night. We were both kind of sticky and a bit warm, so we kind of really brief exploration, hungry, had a quick shower there because it was facilities. It was great. They had like public toilets that were open 24/7. When you parked up, there was a shower, like a freshwater shower when you're finished with the beach. 10 out of 10 recommend this for somewhere to park up and camp in a van. And yeah, beautiful harbour. Yeah, I thought I'd jump in now and explain what you're seeing, what we're doing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Whoop-papa.
Yeah.
Am I in it?
Yeah. Do a flip.
Grand.
Did you need the microphone for that bit?
Huh?
Did you need the microphone for that bit?
Not really.
I was wondering why you put it on,
Nice ambient sound.
I suppose.